All right, we are back in the quarterback lab dissecting what we now know is QB1 for the Indianapolis Colts. It is Daniel Jones winning the job in camp over Anthony Richardson. I approve of this decision, not because I love Daniel Jones. I actually have him as a negative in terms of the average rating for a starting quarterback in the NFL. But Anthony Richardson's worse. I have Daniel Jones a full point ahead of Richardson in my quarterback ratings. Richardson obviously offers more upside with his explosiveness, his arm talent, but he does not have the ability to diagnose defenses, especially when looking at one side, not seeing what you like, having the presence, having the calmness to then click back to the other side and find the open window. All right, so I'm going to show you two plays. Two very similar plays against two very similar styles of defense. Anthony Richardson unable to diagnose one, whereas Daniel Jones successfully is able to diagnose the other. All right, so let's show you the good first. Let's show you Daniel Jones. This is 1st and 10 inside the 40. This is week 1 of the preseason against the Ravens. Baltimore, as they typically do, they're playing a zone defense. Cover 4 look here. These defensive backs are all going to drop at the snap, and you've got these 3 linebackers that are kind of responsible for all this space in the middle. That means in-breaking routes are probably going to win here. And what do we have called, right? We have a deep in, we have a deep in, we have a deep post, we have Tyler Warren as the tight ends running a little bit of a flat route, and we have this running back as a safety valve also running to the flat on the far side of the field. Very easy read for Daniel Jones, right? It's all about what these linebackers are doing. How are these linebackers reacting? Well, at the snap, you get this linebacker that's dropping underneath. He is actually going to look first to take a little bit of depth, but then he's going to jump Tyler Warren right here. You get this linebacker also looking at this side of the field, but he's also getting a lot of depth, and he's going to kind of float in the middle and take away one of those deep in-breaking routes. This linebacker is buzzing the flat, so he is out of the play and probably not part of this read. One of these is going to be open. It's all about which side of the field this linebacker goes to. Daniel Jones is staring right at him right now, and he is looking to his left. So where does the linebacker go? To the left. Pretty easy read to me. Linebacker jumps that side. So what does Daniel Jones do? Click back to the other side of the field. Look at that pocket of space right there. Deep in's going to be wide open. Jones is going to rip it. Nice throw. Nice catch. Now you're 1st and 10 inside the 20. Watch Jones's eyes. This is the important part of this play. Once he gets the snap, his first read is that deep in route right there. But 40, the linebacker, he's all over it. He's going to jump in front of it. If Daniel Jones throws that ball, it's either going to be tipped, intercepted, or it's going to be in such a tight window that his receiver is not going to be able to make the play. But then watch Jones's eyes. So he doesn't like this read, but the pocket's pretty good, right? 4-man rush. Protection holds up well. He's got plenty of time to click back to the other side and make this throw. And that's exactly what he does. Boom. Doesn't like it. Click back to the other side. Make the throw. Make the catch. And we are cooking inside the red zone. All right. Now let's show you the bad. Now let's show you Anthony Richardson, how he handles a similar defense with a little bit of a twist, but it actually makes the play easier to read, in my opinion. The play call here, it looks like we got verticals. 4 verticals. You're in 11 personnel again. 1 tight end, 1 running back, 3 receivers. And everyone's running deep. This is 2nd and long at the 20-yard line. I think it's 2nd and goal at the 20. I think the Colts had a penalty that backed them up. But the Packers, this is week 2 against the Packers over the weekend. Packers are, again, showing you that zone look, cover 4 shell. But here's the twist. At the snap, this strong safety is going to roll up. And what that does is it puts this safety on an island. Now, I don't know how the play was called, to be fair. I don't know how the play was called. It might have been a different look, a different alert for Anthony Richardson. But what I think he thought is once he sees this safety crash, this safety on this side of the field is going to stay there, and he's got this tight end running the vertical with no safety help over top because the safety comes down into the box. So he is locked into this safety or this tight end from the start. And in his mind, he's like, that's the guy who's going to be open. Because once this safety comes down, I've got this guy wide open. But here's the problem. This guy's bracketed. And if I let this play out, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So that tight end is going to be bracketed by two defenders. So the safety comes down, and then he realizes, oh, crap, vertical route, I got to hit back up. You got two guys bracketing this tight end. Anthony Richardson has not taken his eyes off of that receiver the entire time. And he's not going to take his eyes off that receiver the entire time. Even though, because you are now looking at a cover 3, this safety is kind of in conflict here. He's got to figure out, do I want to go this side or this side? And then you've got this vertical route who has got a lot of space. So if Richardson, who is staring down to the right side, simply clicks back to the left, he is going to have his slot receiver wide open. I mean, look at this. Look at how much space this guy has compared to the man he threw to, who's got 1, 2, 3, and then a fourth defensive back coming over the top to help. The throw is predictably in a very tight window. It's incomplete. And you can really see Richardson's eyes from this view. I mean, he is looking right down the middle pretty much the entire time. And then he eventually makes the decision to throw here. But he has time right here. Right here at this spot. Look at this pocket. There's nobody within 3 yards of him. He is staring down, and if you remembered it from the wide angle, he is staring down a vertical route with essentially 4 defensive backs helping on that route. All he has to do is click back to this side with his eyes, and he's going to see his slot guy running wide open for a touchdown. But he's unable to do it. He's unable to slow the game down enough to come back to the other side of the field. And you can see it, too, at the bottom. It's kind of tough to see because of the cursor there. Let me see if I play this out for just another second. Yeah. I mean, look at how much space this guy has. There's nobody within 10 yards of him. And Richardson just staring down the barrel of the gun does not have the ability to come off of one receiver and click back to his second read. This is why Shane Steichen decided to go with Daniel Jones as his QB1. Not because Daniel Jones is this great elite quarterback who can do all of these amazing things, but he has the basic quarterback quality of being able to read the entire field and not just locking in on one side and making his decision before the defense even shows you their hand. If Richardson would have had an ounce of patience on this play, he would have had a wide open touchdown on the backside. He probably wouldn't have won the job anyways, but these are the reasons. This is, in my opinion, the number one reason why Steichen chose Daniel Jones over Anthony Richardson to be QB1 in Indy.